Did you know that 90% of startups fail within their first 5 years? That's a staggering number. Many people chase after flashy ideas and trendy businesses, only to face disappointment. But what if I told you that the key to success might lie in something entirely different: boring business ideas? Yes, you heard that right. Boring businesses, like cleaning services or lawn care, often outlast their flashy counterparts. They provide essential services that people need, no matter the economic climate. For instance, the U.S. cleaning services industry is worth over $61 billion. That's a massive market, and it's often overlooked by entrepreneurs searching for the next big trend. In this video, we'll dive deep into why boring business ideas are not just safe bets but can also be incredibly rewarding. You'll discover how predictable demand can work in your favor, why less competition is your secret weapon, and how to turn a simple idea into a remarkable brand. Stick around as we explore the unsexy secrets of entrepreneurship that can lead you to long-term success. By the end, you'll see that boring can be beautiful, and you might just want to start your own boring business. Chapter 1. The unsexy secret to long-term profitability. You've probably heard it a million times: go big, go bold, or go home. But here's a twist. What if the real key to long-term success lies in something boring? Yes, the truth is that the unsexy businesses are often the ones with the most staying power. Think about businesses like laundromats, waste management, or cleaning services. They don't make headlines, but their cash flow remains steady year after year. According to the Small Business Administration, SBA, nearly 50% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years, but boring businesses tend to beat those odds. Why? Because they often provide essential services that people always need. Take, for example, the car wash industry. While it's not exactly glamorous, it's worth over $14 billion in the US alone. People always need clean cars, and that demand doesn't fluctuate with trends or the latest fads. Consistent demand equals consistent revenue. So, when it comes to building long-term profitability, the boring business can be your quiet powerhouse. There's no need to constantly pivot or chase the next big thing. Instead, you get to focus on refining what already works, streamlining operations, reducing costs, and improving customer retention. As Jim Collins says in his book Good to Great, greatness is not a function of circumstance. Greatness, it turns out, is largely a matter of conscious choice. Rather than looking for the flashiest business idea, think about services or products people rely on daily. These can be the foundation of long-lasting profitability with far fewer disruptions compared to trend-based businesses. Chapter 2. Why boring equals less competition, and that's gold. Now, let's talk about competition. The most exciting industries tend to attract the most entrepreneurs, meaning competition is fierce. But in the boring sectors, there's often much less noise. And guess what? That's a huge advantage for you. Take a look at the funeral industry. It's worth around $20 billion annually in the US alone, and yet, it's an industry many people avoid because, well, it's not glamorous. But fewer competitors mean you can carve out a comfortable niche without the constant pressure of someone trying to undercut your prices or outmarket you. Another industry with less competition is waste management. It's not something people dream about starting, but it's essential. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, this sector is projected to grow 8% by 2031, faster than average for other industries. Less competition means you have more space to grow your business without worrying about saturation. The lesson here is simple. Boring equals gold because most people won't touch these industries. You can become the go-to provider in your market without needing to battle every startup or trendy company for a piece of the pie. You also get to enjoy better customer loyalty. In boring industries, customers are often looking for reliability and consistency rather than the flashiest new thing. If you can deliver that, you've won half the battle. Chapter 3. The hidden freedom in mundane industries. The next big reason to consider a boring business is the hidden freedom that comes with it. Most people assume that boring businesses are slow-paced and tedious. But here's the twist. When your business is boring, you can often automate or outsource much of the work, freeing up your time to focus on scaling or pursuing other passions. Let's take the vending machine industry as an example. It's worth over $18 billion in the US. The work required to manage vending machines can often be outsourced or automated. Many vending machine owners only spend a few hours a week restocking and maintaining their machines, but they earn a steady income without constant oversight. Or consider self-storage units. The US self-storage industry is worth over $48 billion, and once the units are up and running, they require very little daily maintenance. Automated billing and security systems allow owners to manage their business with minimal hands-on work. A study by the Self-Storage Association found that nearly 30% of US households rent a self-storage unit, showing steady demand. So, how does this relate to freedom? Because a lot of the repetitive or labor-intensive work in boring industries can be automated, you have the flexibility to focus on growing your business, expanding into new markets, or even starting additional ventures. In fact, the passive income streams from boring businesses allow many entrepreneurs to diversify and grow their wealth without needing to be involved 24/7. The key takeaway is this: boring businesses offer the potential for passive or semi-passive income streams, giving you more freedom than you might initially think. It's a win-win situation. You get a steady, reliable business and more control over your time. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more strategies and tips to help you succeed in your entrepreneurial journey. Chapter 4. How to make predictable demand work for you. One of the biggest perks of running a boring business is the predictability of demand. Unlike trendy businesses that can skyrocket one year and crash the next, boring businesses often provide products or services people need regularly. This predictability can be a goldmine for smart entrepreneurs. Take the plumbing industry, for instance. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the employment of plumbers is expected to grow 4% by 2030, which is about as fast as the average for all occupations. Why? Because people always need plumbing. Whether it's fixing leaks or installing new systems, demand is constant, regardless of the economy. Predictable demand means you can plan ahead. You can forecast sales, manage inventory efficiently, and avoid the roller coaster ride that trendy businesses often face. This is especially true in industries like healthcare services, auto repairs, and cleaning services, essential industries where people don't think twice about spending money. Here's a key strategy: invest in customer relationships. If you're in a boring business, repeat customers are your bread and butter. For example, a lawn care business thrives on predictable, recurring revenue. Clients need their lawns mowed weekly, and if you build a reliable, trustworthy service, you won't have to constantly chase new business. As Michael Gerber writes in the E-Myth Revisited, the entrepreneurial model has less to do with what's done in a business and more to do with how it's done. In predictable businesses, refining your operations is more important than reinventing the wheel. Create processes, make customer experiences consistent, and optimize for long-term success. That's how you make predictable demand work in your favor. Chapter 5. Low risk, high rewards. The boring business blueprint. Boring businesses often come with lower risk compared to flashy startups. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel or compete in saturated, volatile markets. Instead, you're entering industries where demand is proven and operations are straightforward. That's a recipe for high rewards with fewer headaches. For example, starting a laundry service is far less risky than trying to launch the next social media platform. According to IBISWorld, the laundry and dry cleaning services market in the US is worth about $10 billion. That's a lot of potential revenue with much lower initial investment and operational risks. People need clean clothes, no matter what's happening in the world. The beauty of boring businesses is that they often don't require huge amounts of capital to get started. You can start small, scale gradually, and reinvest profits into growth without taking on large debts or high financial risks. Think about a car detailing service. It's relatively inexpensive to start, and you can build it up over time without needing to spend millions up front. But here's a tip: focus on mastering one boring business before diversifying. Many entrepreneurs in low-risk industries try to branch out too quickly. It's better to fully understand the systems, processes, and customer needs of your current business before jumping into another one. This will help you avoid unnecessary risks while maximizing rewards. As Peter Drucker said, business has only two functions: marketing and innovation. With a low-risk business, your focus should be on operational excellence and customer retention. That's where the real rewards come from. If you found this video helpful, Be sure to subscribe for more insights and strategies on how to build a successful and sustainable business. Remember, boring can be beautiful, and you have the power to make your ordinary business extraordinary.